much. But I'm just curious, like your perspective of email in this larger ecosystem that we find ourselves in right now, especially knowing that like it just feels like social media is always that golden child for nonprofits. So what are you hearing? What's your perspective, and how are you talking to clients about that?
Connected. It's all very holistic. A good communications plan should be. And yet, when we talk about digital comms, people often forget about email or an entirely separate team. A lot of times, like development or something just owns email, which is also a massive mistake.
More granular perspective of like processes and organizational structure, and making sure that you're set up to do holistic communications. And I know, like, yeah, I don't know if this is a good transition into the Google conversation, because like, Google's announcement of limiting or asking for verification before you're able to send mass emails to Gmail users is going to have a huge impact on fundraising, and especially as we go into the 2024 election.
Yeah.
And I think what you just touched on around essentially the humanization of your audience,
of the end user and what we're communicating to them about our organizations. I think we'll see a big change there, and I mean, I hope so. And I don't think that's because of apathy.
True, true.
Like you're not apathetically opposed to something vehemently. Like that's not how that works.
Content examples that people can use to have this kind of storytelling and to show the why, and for it also to be fundraising building. Algorithm wants you to.
And that brings us right back to why are you neglecting your email?
There you go.
Like full circle all of those reasons. So that's not to say that like social, if you're hearing this and you're like, oh my God, these people don't think social is worth anything. No, that's not what we're saying.
Because I think when we're talking about these bridges between social and email, having personalized messaging, all of that sounds really intimidating because it sounds like a lot of extra work. And I would love for you to dispel those myths.
Okay, that sounds like great content for a welcome series. I guarantee you the welcome series is like 80%, if not 90% written from past content. I think also like offloading your list, like cleaning and culling your list is important. And that can look like an automation too. We noticed you haven't opened our emails in a while.
But if you're an organization that doesn't have the capacity to be communicating frequently over email, having that welcome email is a huge way to get people like to support your organization early on when they're first getting to know you.
Automation, email, repurposing content, evergreen campaigns. What can you do to make your life easier? That's also really impactful.